Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane's studio.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2, OTB live from the Raising Cane's studio. I do want to remind you about our friends over at Marucci's Hitter's House. Very excited for this. As I told you, been a part of Marucci day one. Jack Marucci, Flynn and I have been in that office. We've seen the curse breaker, Manny Ramirez is bad. Oh, yeah. Back in the day. We saw it all come together, so it's so cool to see where Marucci is now. So you can shop, save, and swing into the holidays with the Hitter's House warehouse sale. Hitter's House is rolling out huge discounts on your favorite gear from Marucci, Invictus, and Lizard Skin. The Baton Rouge sale runs November 28th through December the 14th. Right there at their location, 5817 McCann Drive, right by Marucci headquarters. The hours, Monday through Friday, 11 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 5, Sunday, 11 to 4. The New Orleans sales, December 5th and 6th, Friday from 3 to 8, Saturday, 10 to 4. You can buy a December Marucci campus tour ticket, and you get extra discounts at checkout during the sale. And don't miss the gift card bonuses. Spend $500 to get a $100 gift card. Spend $250 and get a $50 gift card. Swing into savings at the Hitter's House warehouse sale. It's the best time of the year to gear up. Always Team Marucci here on OTB.
Yeah, I remember back in that office. So I grew up obviously a 90s Rangers fan. I was a big Pudge Rodriguez fan. And he was with the Tigers making a World Series run, I believe. Yeah. And I remember talking and telling Jack that in the office and sitting there, and they had all these bats they were sending to him for the series. And the bat that he swung, the model number was MF15.
Yeah. It's very cool. Jack used to do that for us. Any Braves bats that he sent out, he would put a JH18 model on there, which is very, very cool for me to be like, a huge Braves fan, and you get a chance to see them swinging in. So shout out to our guy, Jack, and shout out to Marucci. All right. Let's go ahead. Hour number 2 and get this thing started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
Just getting the second hour started.
This is when the real show starts.
Yeah.
This is when the hard-hitting news comes.
Yeah,
Lane Plain watch.
All the kids are, safely in their classroom.
Yep.
So, don't have to worry about any of that.
We can let the minor curse words fly.
You can also tell you about GoFlow IV Spa, GoFlowIV.com, GeauxFlowIV.com. 225-953-8150 is the number. Call them today. Schedule your appointment. Ask about the membership packages, all the different levels that they have. GoFlowIV.com.
That's right. And why don't you boost that immune system a little bit right now? We got the colds running around Baton Rouge. We got a little stomach stuff. We got some flu stuff happening. Well, be proactive about it. Go check them out. Check out that Myers cocktail right now, too. So if you go to their list, they go to their menus, go to their website, goflowiv.com. You can see everything that they do. If you've ever been curious about IV treatment, well, now's the time to scratch that itch a little bit. Go set up an account. Go get an IV. First time, you can be in and out about 30, 45 minutes top. So go check it out. Stay hydrated. Stay vitamized. GoFlow IV.
Let's throw it to Tay for the latest Lane Kiffin news.
The Lane train, the Lane plane, whatever you want to call it. We do have another update. He is meeting with Ole Miss Athletic Director Keith Carter today. No word yet, Matt, if it is at hot yoga or a more formal meeting. We'll probably get all the deets when they come out. But They want to meet. Obviously, this is Ole Miss's bye week to discuss Lane Kiffin's future, like what he plans on doing, whether he's going to stay at Ole Miss, whether he's going to leave. And it says Ole Miss would like an answer before the Rebels face off Mississippi State next Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, obviously, for the Egg Bowl. I mean, we were talking about it a little bit during break. I just kind of feel like if we hear something about that meeting today, it probably means Lane's staying. If we don't hear anything, it doesn't mean he's not staying, but it doesn't mean the contract's on. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at to this point. So, like, if it's quiet, maybe good for LSU fans. If it's not, maybe good for Ole Miss fans.
And
very interesting.
So on the article that Matt wrote on LouisianaSports.net, Moscona, not Flynn, he mentions there are two primary reasons for urgency. First, Kiffin's decision will provide clarity for the College Football Playoff Selection Committee as they consider Ole Miss and their resume. The committee is allowed to consider unavailability of key players and coaches when determining the field. We saw that, I mean, a couple years ago, Florida State and Jordan Travis. Second, if Kiffin were to leave for another job, Ole Miss would need to begin its search for a new coach, obviously ASAP, because you've got Penn State, Florida, LSU, Arkansas that have already, been in those conversations, talked to agents, and kind of figured out their pool of coaches that they want to choose from. So,
yeah, that's so interesting. It's such an interesting potential way to play this thing could play out because Ole Miss is at 6 right now in the playoff rankings. Yeah. So like even if Lane wasn't there, I don't think that key principle that the playoff committee has and it's so because there's 4 bullet points there on they select the teams using these processes. One is strength of schedule, one is head-to-head competition, one is comparative outcomes of common opponents. So with other people, comparative opponents, outcomes, and other relevant factors such as unavailability of key players and coaches. Obviously, that would certainly mean your head coach if he wasn't there. But I don't think they would penalize them that much drop them from being at 6 right now. So they would have to be on that. They'd have to be a bubble situation where they lose an SEC championship or something else happens.
Yeah.
But it is an interesting potential way that this whole like a hypothetical situation where because it's 4 bullet points that the committee says. It says missing a key player or coach.
Yeah.
And that goes into the decision. So if they're sitting there at 10-11 at the end of this thing and Lane Kiffin leaves, I think that they would probably be out of it.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. Those kids don't deserve that. But it's a super, super intriguing hypothetical situation.
Yeah, we'll see how it all plays out, when it all plays out, and when that's going to happen. I just don't think you can allow this to drag out for weeks, right? I mean, it's already like to nauseam, just talking back and forth about this, that, the other, what could happen, what might happen. Like, I think everybody wants, some clarity on the situation, certainly in the days after the Egg Bowl.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it's so wild to think that because all these coaching positions at one point came available halfway through the season. So, like, we're so tired of hearing about these searches, and especially the search about a current coach who's trying to make a playoff run, and there's still 2 games left in the regular season, then conference championships, and then the playoffs have a chance to get started.
Yeah.
So, like, there is so much time on this college football season schedule, but, like, people are to the point where you have to know what's happening, even if that means Lane potentially missing out on the last, what would that be, 6 games of their season?
Either the playoffs.
Yeah.
Everything.
Like potentially 6 games. Wow. Not to mention that they are, and like if you want to, let's just say hypothetically that Ole Miss tells them, all right, you can keep coaching and keep your options open, whatever. And does LSU wait for him at that point? Because I think right now they're scheduled to host a first-round playoff game. So that means they're going to be a favorite. That means that they'd be the favorite to win that game. So it'd certainly go to a second-round playoff game. And then you're just waiting longer and longer and longer. You think LSU waits If he is indeed, like, I know everybody's saying it's LSU's first choice, and then it's, what's plan B? He's plan A. What's everybody else's plan B? Like, where's everybody getting that from? It's not coming from Verge. It's not coming from the committee. Like, why? Like, people are talking about so certain that he's plan A for LSU right now. Now, I get it. He's plan A for a lot of fans.
Yeah.
But for LSU, people are talking very certain about, all right, what's plan B if Lane Kiffin doesn't work out?
Right.
How do you know he's not plan B? That's my question.
I definitely think there's a group. There is a group of 4 to 5 coaches that LSU's had discussions, committee, let's get together. Let's talk about all 4 or 5 of these candidates. All right, what do they bring to LSU? Are they the right person for the job? It hasn't just been one name talked about in those meetings. No.
No, yeah. But it's like what I'm hearing and reading from a lot of different media outlets is that, like, what happens if their plan A doesn't work? Do they settle for Dillingham? Do they settle for Drink? Do they do this or that if their plan A doesn't work out? I'm just saying, like, why that hasn't been said from from LSU that he's plan A. He could be plan A and there's 10 other plan A's.
Well,
I don't know. That's why I'm asking the question. Question's got to be asked. I still can't get over the fact that, like, the conversation we had earlier in the week, like, why is he the plan A for everybody? He's at the top of my list. I don't know. He's not standalone at the top of my list. I still can't get over the fact of poor game management, losing games that he shouldn't every single year, except for this one year so far. Can't get over the fact that he went for it on his own 25 and pulled a starting quarterback on the goal line 2 series in that same game. And he seems to do it every year, right? So is he the perfect situation? No. Is he the best coach available? I mean, he's not available right now, but we think he could be. But if you're playing that game, then I don't think he's head and shoulders above every other coach that could be available.
I was looking at the list of guys that Jimmy Sexton represents, as you were saying that, because I wonder how many that are, being talked about are all represented by Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's got Kirby. I know he's got Sark. I know he's got Lane, Dan Lanning. I'm trying to see, like,
we're just living in Jimmy Sexton's world.
That's what I'm saying. I was trying to see if he's, putting guys against each other, that he represents both of them.
Yeah.
And they're both in the coaching search, and how he's going to try to play that out.
Yeah. It's just so funny. Like, you hear a lot of people saying, talking when we talk about, we keep bringing up Drink just because that's like the most negative thing on somebody that I think is a realistic candidate. They're like, well, he got out coached by this, or this coach that y'all want besides Lane got out coached by so-and-so. Every coach that's available, every coach living has been out coached by somebody, and multiple times. Like, you lose a game, out coached, right? It's like, you're not going to find an undefeated coach out there that has a perfect record against top 25. It was a perfect record against top 5 opponents. I mean, I think we looked at it yesterday. Lane Kiffin's 11-24 against top 25 opponents.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know what people are looking for besides, I guess, like, the biggest thing I've seen on Drink is that he's just a nerd. Well, LSU lost to some nerds this year in Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That's the biggest hit I can. Besides his comments last week about you can't expect to make the playoffs every single year.
That's
like,
the one thing
mathematically.
For sure. Yeah.
That's the one bad thing. But the second is that he's a nerd.
Yeah, which
I don't know if it's true.
No,
I mean,
I've known Eli for a long time. I don't think that.
Is it the glasses?
I don't think people know his real personality, and they get to know it if he was here. But I would not describe him like the way that he's being described. No.
Let's get some context.
I can tell you, I saw a comment about Kenny Dillingham got out coached by Levy. Well, he beat Levy last year. Levy beat him this year.
Dillingham got out coached by Levy. I mean, who hadn't? Who amongst
Your guy.
us? My guy.
Your guy.
Everybody gets out coached. Come on.
Lane lost to Mark Stoops last year.
Yep.
Also, just
And
because
Brian
you
Kelly.
lose a game, like, define being out-coached. What does that mean?
I don't know.
If you coach a great game and your quarterback throws 4 interceptions, did you get out-coached?
Guess what? Lane got outcoached by Brian Kelly last year.
Lost the game. Yeah.
He gone.
All right. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
Matthew, I'm going to go grab our breakfast. You tell these people about the incredible Supreme Rice, supremerice.com, and all the different rices they can choose from.
Yeah. My favorite one is what?
Jasmine. Long grain, medium grain.
Yeah, it's medium grain, guys. But they got everything. They got the parboil. They got the long grain. They got the short grain, medium grain, jasmine rice, whatever it is. Every time that you go and purchase Supreme Rice, you are supporting Louisiana agriculture. So whether you're cooking up some gumbo, because it's gumbo season, a little jambalaya, a little etouffee, whatever it is, every time you do that, make sure you're buying some Supreme Rice. Louisiana born, grown, raised right here, manufactured here, packaged here, everything. It is the best. It cooks up light and fluffy. Y'all figured out how y'all have y'all's style down. Y'all have all the cook temps down when it comes to rice. That's something I had to learn when I got to Louisiana. I didn't know how to properly cook rice. I got it down now. Every time I do, it's Supreme Rice. So go to the grocery store, go to your local Rouse's and pick up some Supreme Rice.
Maybe I don't really want to know how you got and grows, 'cause I just want to fly. Lately, did you ever feel the pain in the morning rain as it soaks you to the bone? Or maybe I just want to fly, want to live but don't want to die. Maybe I just want to breathe. Maybe I just don't believe. Maybe you're the same as me. We see things I'll never see.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
I said maybe I don't really want to know how you got it rose, 'cause I just want to fly.
All right, welcome back here off the bench. Hester just ran to get a little breakfast. Thank you, Miss Katie Hester.
Shout out, Katie.
Brought us some some Chick-fil-A breakfast. What a little treat. Oh, thank you. A little hash browns. Heck yeah. We couldn't hit that breakfast bar up at Rouse's because had some technical difficulties this morning. We would normally, of course, be at Rouse's for this Football Friday, but had to come to studio. Something wrong with the Comrex. Whoopsie daisies. But
I hadn't had coffee yet. First sip of coffee.
I thought something was off about you.
Oh,
man.
my gosh. You know me. I usually have the basically, you're like a youth football player and you got the old igloo cooler out there.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
I usually have a pretty much a Yeti that size of coffee.
Yep.
Every morning. So
well, we were, I'd like to continue the Lane talk just for a little bit longer.
You would?
Yeah, just because.
That's abnormal.
I love talking about this coaching search. You know that. I love hypotheticals. Super excited to talk about. But, I'm asking the questions, and people are, crushing me for it, and I get it. I think there's certainly a lot of recency bias when it comes to looking at anybody. In life, that's how it goes. When we're looking at personnel, we're looking at coaches, looking at whatever. There's recency bias, but you kind of got to go into the history a little bit. I'm just kind of wondering, why all these things? Why is he, head and shoulders above every other coaching candidate? And I think it's a realistic question to ask for us. I think it's easy to get consumed with, he beat LSU a few weeks ago. Look at his offense. Look at this. Look at that. Yeah. But let's not forget that Lane Kiffin is a habitual itch scratcher, right? So if he wants to scratch an itch, he goes and does it. So I get it. LSU is a top college program. So if people say that Ole Miss is type of a stepping stone to an LSU program, which I agree with because LSU, in my opinion, is the greatest college coaching job in the world. It's the best. I love LSU. And I think, common opinion throughout the country would be it's at least a top 5 job, if not a top 3 job in the country. Right. I think that's, even if you're not an LSU fan, if you're on the West Coast, East Coast, North, South, doesn't matter. I think everybody would say that it's at least a top 5 job.
Right.
So, yes, you could say, well, if he comes here, he's going to be here long term because there's nowhere to step up to. Well, he failed in the NFL. So what's to stop him from scratching that itch again when he gets it?
Yeah.
He just seems like a person that can't sit still for that long. Like he's got everything that he needs at Ole Miss right now, and he's still thinking about leaving. They're going to give him all the resources. They're going to give him all the money.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing for a national championship this year in the same conference that LSU plays in. So the question is, like, why would he leave? Well, the argument is, well, because it's LSU. I get it. But I do believe in this day and age in college football that there is going to be a non-blue blood that wins the national championship here pretty shortly because NIL has leveled the playing field. So the argument can be made that he's going to get all the resources that he wants. Yeah, you don't have the recruiting and you don't have the history of LSU, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But if you're currently in the same league and playing for a national championship and being given all the resources that you could ask for and want, well, he's just doing it to scratch an itch. And so if he's got an itch now, what's to stop him in 3 years from saying, man, I really want to go back to the NFL and do this?
Does the new NIL rules play into this and what it's going to be where if you have an NIL deal over $600, it has to go to a clearinghouse? So, like, that portion of it changes a little bit, because, like, they've done a great job at Ole Miss. The growth
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how tightly can that be governed, the whole clearinghouse situation. Because if a car dealership wants to pay somebody for his name, image, and likeness, who's setting that market?
Well, yeah. So,
like, who's setting the market? Well, this guy has this many followers, and this is how we're calculating the value. We think it's worth $50,000. Who's to tell them if somebody's willing to pay that? Who's to say that it's not? I mean, I don't know how it's governed. I'm sure somebody out there is a lot more educated than myself. And there's some red tape, and I'm sure there's an annoyance to it. But at the end of the day, who can tell a company how much to spend and not spend?
Yeah, look, I think both the guys that we're talking about here, I think Lane's one of the best play callers, if not the best play caller in college football. I think he does a great job of designing when to call a play. He sets up plays as well as anybody. So, like, there's pros and cons to everybody. But King MJ here says, drink is mid-af. It's like, well, you can cherry pick whatever you want. Like, what does everybody want to do this year with LSU that we can't do offensively?
Run the
They
ball.
want to run the
Run the
football.
football, right?
And then
That's what they want to do. Missouri's the leading rushing offense in the SEC by 35 yards per game.
Even ahead of
Per
Ole
game.
Miss, and Kiffin likes to do that.
241 yards per game on the ground. The next closest is Arkansas at 205. That's per game. So, I mean, there's pros and cons to all these. Coaches is our entire point. Like, you got to look at it because you might have to go an alternate route. You might have to look somewhere different than where everybody wants you to look, and then you got to have a plan in place, and you have to look at where you were deficient over the last couple of years, where you want to be strong. Like, that's something you can point to.
You just asked a question. What do LSU fans want to see that we're not doing offensively? Run the football. What else do LSU fans want to see? They want to see our defensive staff remain the same.
Yeah.
So he checks those two boxes. Now, does he wear glasses? Yeah. It's like, okay.
Yeah, look, and the record against the best opponents that he's played, that's real. Like, so that's a con, right? And so you're making your list and you're trying to figure it out right there. Wins the games he's supposed to and trying to find a way to punch up. And so there's a lot of different things you could look at.
Punch up. I love that term. They've been punching up in Missouri, I'll tell you that.
I think we need. I want to do
super boring.
I want to do a poll. I want to do a poll of just to see what the numbers would be like if we put Lane Kiffin, Eli Drinkwitz,
It'd be like 99%
Kenny
Lane.
Dillingham. What's the fourth name? Because Twitter you only get 4.
Summerall.
You want to go Summerall?
I don't
Yeah,
feel
sure.
like there's enough smoke to that one.
Yeah, because
felt
Keys kind of turned it down. I mean,
Brent's not. I don't think
we can go
Brent's
Summerall.
Summerall. You think that's a good fourth option?
Yeah, probably so. Him or Blake Baker or Kelvin.
Like, who do you want?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
do
mean, this
it
has
on
gotta
our
be over
OTB
one.
Twitter.
This is gonna
I
be
don't have the
over.
OTB.
OTB Instagram?
Okay.
Or are you doing it on?
I was going to do it on the ESPN Twitter.
Hey, you're much better at that than
I just don't have the OTB
I think it's going to
Twitter.
be like 99% Lane, besides like the four of us.
I just want to see.
I'll do it on the ESPN Twitter.
Because my stance this entire time is I feel like there's 5 coaches that could come in and do a great job. 5 coaches that have the things that I think you have to be successful as the LSU head football coach.
And I think there's other coaches out there that would be successful as well that are outside that top 5 that nobody's talking about. And I don't have names for that. I think there's certainly good coaches all over the country, up and comers, smaller schools, whatever it is. I just don't think they'll get that opportunity here in this coaching search. But with so many job openings, so many people moving around, there's going to be multiple teams that end up with a bad coach and a bad head coach. There's going to be coordinators that are elevated to head coach that aren't ready, that aren't good. There's going to be position coaches elevated. Like if you wanted to play the butterfly effect, there's going to be position coaches elevated to coordinators this year because coordinators are taking head coaching jobs that aren't ready to be coordinators. And the head coach is going to take a lot of the blame for that. Like there's going to be coaches having to take bigger positions that aren't ready and aren't capable. And I'm not saying this happened at LSU because we get to pretty much cherry pick, but it's going to happen to the mid-sized schools. It's going to happen all over the country.
Ooh, Cody makes a good point. Summerall is going to get one of the jobs. Then Tulane probably would go full court press maybe on Blake Baker. Played there. It's actually a good thought there.
Matt,
Like I'm rooting for Blake, whatever it is. Like whatever he wants, that's what I'll go to root for.
somebody in the chat mentioned this, and this is the problem. This is exactly what you're bringing up. Nobody here is trashing Lane. For the record, like, hand up, I'd rather Lane ever Drinkwitz. That's fine. That's just my personal preference.
I mean, if I
and I probably would too.
Yeah, if I'm sitting here and thinking about it,
Right.
yeah.
All we are doing is pointing out there are more than one good coach out there. And like the question is, why do you hate Lane Kiffin? We're doing the opposite. I think so many people right now are completely married to Lane Kiffin, and he hasn't even signed a contract yet. I was telling you the other day, a buddy of mine who like is one of those guys that's like Lane Kiffin or bust. Nobody else will do. So I asked him, like, he's not a candidate. At least we haven't heard his name. But I said, okay, what do you think of Josh Heupel as a head coach? I don't think Josh Heupel's that good. I'm like, their resumes are almost the same, man. They run similar offenses. Like, you look at their winning percentages, what and what. So, like, what makes Lane Kiffin so much significantly better than these other coaches? He very well could be the best coach available. Right. But there's other coaches out there. There's going to be LSU fans that are going to lose their mind if you hire anyone other than Lane Kiffin. And I just don't really understand that.
Right.
They just like that he's a troll on Twitter.
Like he's funny. And that's the thing. It's like we always talk about the fit. Like, what's the fit? You got to love Louisiana. You got to be committed. You got to be genuine, whatever it is. But, like, personality-wise, like, we hadn't seen anybody like Lane before. I think we all would agree that we'd love to have a beer with him. We think it'd be funny.
I think Lane's awesome.
But, like, why do we think that he, like, fits with Louisiana? Like,
I think he'd bring energy here, which we probably need. But, like, Dillingham would bring energy here. Like, there's other coaches.
What's he but how's he bringing energy is my question.
I just think he's an energetic guy. I just think he's an energetic,
he talks really slow and kind of monotone.
I'll back up Lane here. That is in interviews. When you get Lane one-on-one, when you're interviewing Lane and you come up with, interesting topics, he does get fully engaged and completely different than what he's going to be on a teleconference.
I am sure. I'm just telling, like, what most people see is what you get on interviews and stuff, right? It's just fun. It's just fun to, like, poke holes into different theories about why coaches don't work, and the fit one has always been a funny one to try to put your finger on. But yeah, no hate here. Just asking questions, asking hypotheticals. If you're not asking why, you're just a sheeple.
All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to RussellPools.com, the website for Russell Pool Company. Check out all the work that they have done here in the greater Baton Rouge area, really throughout the state of Louisiana. They can help you out. So go to the website because you're going to see a ton of other people's dream pools. Well, this is about your dream pool, and maybe other people on their dream pool have things that you want to add to your dream pool. whatever it is, whatever you want to make it, they are going to make sure it gets done the best way, the elite way, over at Russell Pools, russellpools.com.
Yeah, and if you are thinking about getting a project started, if you got like a young family and you're like, man, I just don't want to wait till they get too old, but I don't really know what I want. I haven't researched pools. I hadn't looked at pictures. Well, give them a call. Go to russellpools.com. Start the conversation because they are the experts. They can literally walk you through every single step of the entire process. They can show you materials. They can show you different designs and builds. You just tell them, hey, this is what I'm looking for, and they can design it. They can draw it. They can build it. They can maintain it right there. russellpools.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
If you could only see how blue her eyes can be when she says she loves me.
Hello.
This just made me remember that I saw Switchfoot too.
Oh yeah.
They were at the pre-party.
Right. Switchfoot had,
which was random, but
had what, 2 bangers?
Yes, and they played both of them, and they did a Sabotage cover.
All right.
Brittany was like, "This is all you right here." I'm like, "Yeah, this is my vibe."
Hell yeah! Shout out Switchfoot.
Yeah.
Forgot about them. 2 certified bangers.
Right.
All right, so we put up a poll on ESPN's Instagram. Alondra, can we get an update on the poll for the coaches, the percentages, and the ones you put on there?
Yes. So the poll that I put up says, who do you want to be the next head coach at LSU? Lane Kiffin, Eli Drinkwitz, John Sumrall, or Kenny Dillingham? We've got 70 votes right now.
Okay.
And to absolutely nobody's surprise, Lane Kiffin is running away with the lead. 80% for Lane, 0% for Eli. Poor Eli. 6% for John. 6% for John Sumrall, and Kenny Dillingham has 14% of the vote. So,
all right, Kenny. Say Kenny. Say fella.
I like Kenny Dillingham a lot.
Yeah, we should rerun the poll and say, who would you prefer, Lane Kiffin by himself or Dillingham and Sam Levitt?
I asked my buddy that the other day. He goes, Lane Kiffin by himself. I was like, you don't mean that. You're not serious.
You are not a serious person right now. Maybe you get Levitt anyway with Lane.
Yeah, good. Or maybe see what Van Buren does over the next couple of games, Bo.
I don't know what he's doing. He's burning his red shirt. Chance to make some money down the road.
Do we think, okay, so the last couple of coaching searches, it's been somebody that we didn't spend all day, all show long talking about. This one feels more honed in than those did. Like even last time for the LSU, and it was like, dude, Mel Tucker's not going to be the head coach at LSU. Are you kidding me? No, that ain't going to happen. Like, so this one feels more honed in, more, okay, here's the guys realistically that they're talking about. Do we feel like it's going to be one of the names?
I think it always feels like that, right? Well, where the Vegas says and the media says.
Yes and no.
I mean, I was not a part of the media
when
last time.
When Coach O got hired, like it was Lincoln Riley and it was Jimbo and then it was Coach O. Like that one kind of played out like that. The last time, the list of names, it didn't end up being anybody that we talked about at all. Never mentioned Brian Kelly. Was not said one time.
He wasn't on the offshore betting odds?
No. This one does feel more honed in of Lane, Kenny Dillingham, Drink, Sumrall.
And it is kind of shocking that Drink wasn't on the betting odds either.
Right.
That were released as of yesterday, at least. He wasn't even on the odds. Like, we had a better chance of John Gruden being the coach here at LSU than Eli Drinkwitz.
Would you see the other odds?
No.
He's the betting favorite to be Penn State's head coach.
Oh, really?
Eli, not Gruden.
Christian Hackenberg said if it's not Eli at this point, I don't know who it is. Like, he went as far as to say that.
Where? To Penn State?
Penn State, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, he was overwhelming. He was like plus 200.
I had Adam Brenneman on my afternoon show yesterday. He played at tight end at Penn State, very locked into college football, and he talked about Drink the same way. Kind of leader in the clubhouse.
Then it's going to be Dayball then at LSU.
Dude, if you stop.
What?
It's not going to be.
He
Brian
brought this up
Daboll at
yesterday.
LSU.
I brought it up yesterday.
Upset. I
Not
am
gonna be
so
Daboll.
upset that I
Stop.
missed the Willie Green obituary.
No,
It
you
was
missed the last
good.
2 obituaries.
It was good.
It was good.
I missed 2.
You missed, who was before that?
Dayball.
No, I was here
she
for
just
Dayball.
missed Willie.
Okay.
Yeah, Dayball was the one before.
I was so mad.
Oh, yeah, Dayball.
You sent the picture in the group chat, and I was like, no.
Mm-hmm. R.I.P. R.I.P. Yeah, well, I mean, Brian Kelly was not on the betting odds, so you got to look at some of this not on there. If you want to make a bold prediction, a hot take coaching move, I'm going to say Brian Dayball. If Drink's going to Penn State, that'll be my turnover chain pick.
So right now it's Lane plus 300, Joe Brady plus 450, Summerall plus 700, Saban plus 700, Rom plus 900, Gruden 900, Alex Golish 950, and then Frank is plus 1,000.
Why does John Gruden's name continuously get brought up?
Because it's fun.
Why does
One,
Nick's?
he's never been a college head coach, and he hasn't coached any football at all in like 4 years.
But he has been a
Who
professional
would-
head coach.
Great.
And
Who would hire
college
John
is
Gruden?
pro.
Though?
College football is professional football now.
Would you hire John Gruden?
No.
No, you
No.
shouldn't.
I love John Gruden. I think
Not
he's
at
hilarious.
LSU.
Right.
I love listening to him talk about football.
Every time I hear John
If
Gruden,
I'm
it's like,
Arkansas,
Got me
I'm
feeling
giving him a
nicey.
look-see.
he'd be exciting for somebody else. I don't want him for my team. That's what I always hear.
If I'm Arkansas, I'm giving him a look. Why not? I think it'd be fun. Just because I think he's funny. And he's fantastic at making content.
And that's why you'd hire him as a head coach at
Yeah.
your SEC school.
Yeah, why not? It's not us.
That's exactly my point when it comes to Gruden. It's not us. It might be
I
fun.
think it would be fun for the conference to have John Gruden as a coach. And he is part of one of my bold takes, preseason bold takes, to come to the SEC. But yeah, why he keeps showing up as like it's only a list of like 8 or 9 on that list too.
Especially on
And
betting
Drinkwitz
odds.
is not on the list, which is hilarious.
Especially betting odds. Like, who's actually betting on John Gruden to get the LSU job?
He's got better odds than Frank does.
You like setting money on fire? Go ahead and bet on it.
That's good. But he could turn into $900.
It.
Saban was 2-1 last week. Just a reminder to everybody.
I'm trying to.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't know where these odds. Like, I just feel like they're pulling them out their asses.
These odds are trolling us.
Yeah.
We take Saban off.
Huh?
Didn't we go down that road like 2 weeks ago?
He went from
We take-
75-1 to 2-1 overnight.
And then he dropped
And then he
again. Like,
dropped.
we just take him
completely.
off.
Yeah, just take him off. Where are these odds? Where can you bet on this stuff?
It probably is offshore.
I'd like to dabble.
We had
Who you gonna put your money on?
an unusually large bet on John Gruden. What does this guy know?
Well, if I was
Matt.
like, if I'm looking at the odds and the odds, like obviously Drink would have to be more than plus 1,000. So like I'd throw a sprinkle a few on that just because the odds are so high. Dayball.
No, stop trying to make that happen.
I'm not trying to make it happen. I'm just trying to get a turnover chain to wear it one segment on this show. I just want it to be somebody good. That's all I really want.
I saw a.
That's what I keep saying though. If it's one of the 5 people we've talked about, I think you'll be good. You'll be good. You have options of people that I think would do great things here. So I feel good about the situation still, right? And it's just like now I just want to get to the finish line, like finalize whatever it is, get your leader in place, and hit the ground running. Make sure that you keep this recruiting class intact. You got 2 5-star defensive tackles in this class. Keep both those guys, right? Get started on the transfer portal. Get started in bowl prep, whatever it might be. So,
what do you think about this? You want to be? What about me and you, co-head coaches?
Y'all have a job to do here. Sorry,
Sure.
not happening.
All right, we already got a contract.
I think we would.
What's our buyout?
We would argue a lot about how much to run the ball, how much I formation.
Yeah, I would dominate that relationship. You're right.
Yeah, everybody believes that.
We'd fight me. You're going to fight your co-head coach.
If it comes
I would
to it.
obviously mentally dominate you.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd let a general studies major mentally dominate me.
Well, I'm not teaching any classes, bud.
Kinda.
Let's do it.
Y'all would just have to hire me and Taylor, too, to do something.
Let's throw our hats in the
I don't
ring.
know what, but something.
I want to be special assistant to head coach. That seems easy and very stable. And very
Each of us gets our own, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, as long as I do the job somewhat good and then, like, the coach is there for a long time, I got a job.
Ask Gael. I can promise you it's not an easy job.
That's not.
It just seems
That's a
stable
lot.
to me if
It
you
is
have a good
stable.
relationship
I mean,
with
she's
the head
been there
coach.
forever.
It
Yeah.
is stable. A lot more stable
Like,
than
if
a lot of
you
positions.
do your job and people are happy with you, like, there's stability there. I'll take that job.
Yeah, I think I speak for all of us general studiers. Like, I don't think we deserve that stray.
I mean,
A little stray bullet.
the fact that it took you that long to have a rebuttal tells me everything I need to know about
I
what I
respect
said.
everybody else's opinion of what they were saying. I didn't want to interrupt them to defend my own intellect.
Sure, buddy.
Sorry. Authentism.
We'll take a break. More OTB when we come back.
Off the bench.
All right, go to getgordon.com. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. When you go to the website, remember you can have a chat with a live agent right there on the homepage. You can check out past client results, cases they can handle for you in the courtroom. All of that is right there on the homepage, again, at getgordon.com. If you want to see what they're doing throughout the local communities in Louisiana, follow them on social media. It's always going to be at getgordon. That's going to be the handle on all major social media. And if you want to pick up the phone, give them a call, have a conversation. You know it is your area code, no matter where you're at in Louisiana, followed by the 8s, 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
888-8888.
A lot of 8s.
Any area code, whether you're in the very tip corner of Louisiana or right here in the middle of Baton Rouge, it doesn't matter. We've all seen the billboards. We know Gordon McKernan, his all the work that he does in the community around the holidays and with the G team and everything, but at the heart of everything, they are here to fight for you. So if you've been injured, whether it's on the job or in a car wreck, whatever it is not your fault. Let them fight for you. Gordon McKernan, getgordon.com.
...2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
I didn't mind. It's not my kind. It's not my time to wonder why everything gone white and everything's gray. Now you're here, now you're away. I don't want this. Remember that. I'll never forget where you're at. Don't let the days go by. Glycerine.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Razor Cane studio. Don't forget our friends at Trash Rangers, trashrangers.com. Residential, commercial service, roll-off dumpsters. 3 different sizes to choose from. Sanitation department now added as well. Always doing big things over there at Trash Rangers. Matthew, you got a dumpster in your yard, don't you?
Yeah, I got me a little 15-footer roll-off. It's not the big one. It's the smallest size they have because we don't have a lot of trash. We're just doing a little cleanup, a little tidying around the house. Throwing away. You know, the kids get older. They grow out of things. They stop playing with things. Got to clean it up a little bit. And guess what? Flat rate pricing. No surprises after there. Oh, it took it to the dump and it was heavier than expected. Here's an extra bill. Nope, not going to happen.
You all right?
Not at Trash Rangers. I got a lot of hate on this breakfast order. So I didn't order sweet tea. I ordered unsweet tea. And y'all told me it wasn't
Red
gritty.
flag.
I mean, if you're
No, I
from
said it was a
Canada,
red
that's
flag.
probably okay.
I said it was a red flag.
Yeah, we just said it wasn't very southern of you.
No, you didn't. You said it was a red flag.
I said it was a red flag.
you said I
You're
was
the
a-
one that said it was more
Basically,
gritty.
said I was a trash person. You wanted to put me in a roll-off dumpster. I would make the argument that it's more gritty. because tea's got a little bitter taste to it.
You're the only one that brought up grit.
I don't really.
The only one, yeah.
No, y'all brought it up.
I didn't say anything about it. I said it was a red
No,
flag.
we were questioning the decision.
I just started chanting Yankee at you.
I don't
didn't say anything
enjoy.
about grit.
I don't really enjoy sweet drinks. I drink tea, so I get a little hit of caffeine.
I mean, my high's got some sweetness to it, like some good sweetness.
What did you say? Your what?
My high's got some good sweetness to it.
Yeah, but it's got. I mean, it's got sugar in there, obviously for functionality, not really for taste. It's not, I wouldn't call my high like a sweet drink. It's not like a Kool-Aid or anything. Because actually, when your body gets hot and sweaty, you don't crave sweet. You crave a little salty. You crave a little tartness. So
I had to switch from the 0 to the actual, like regular My High.
Nice. You had to?
Because you're running all the miles.
Oh, well, yeah, if you're running. That's why we call it the regular one, like the active. You're supposed to do that when you're active. The 0 is really for just like chilling.
Also, I do that too, but I drink and eat really bad stuff. I don't want to shock my system by going too healthy, so I'm easing into the 0.
Smart. That's smart.
I started normal, easing into 0.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's still almost a third of what like a Gatorade would have.
They said Matt's from Texas. They don't put sugar in their tea. That's just a lie. That's a straight up lie. We put all the sugar in the tea.
Sweet tea. I just don't prefer sweet tea.
Right.
Sorry.
Yankee, Yankee, Yankee.
I can get behind that chant.
You probably like brisk.
Ugh.
Let me get brisk sweet tea. That's brisk, baby.
Oh, forgot about that. Oh, that was electric. Hour 3, OTB, coming back.
Off the bench.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That was a good pull. All right, if you're feeling tired, low on energy, or just not like your young self, well, you can visit one of Louisiana's locations for Rejuvenate Medical. I mean, throughout the state of Louisiana. So no matter where you're listening to us, they are going to be able to help you out. I mean, they have been the leader in hormone replacement therapy, helping you regain energy, boost libido, get back to feeling like your normal self again. Right? I mean, hey, we're grown, we're 40. Doesn't mean we can't feel 30.
That's right.
And Rejuvenate Medical helps us every single time.
Yeah, you can't judge a book by its cover either. You might look like you don't feel bad, but in the inside, you just don't have that energy, that motivation. Well, it's called HRT, Hormone Replacement Therapy. So go check them out. Also, they got the peptides too. That's what I'm really fired up to go learn more about. Get those labs, Sean. Give them a call. You get 20% off if you pre-book an appointment right there. RejuvenateMedical.com.